1991. No, what if I told you that a simple penny, one that might be sitting in your old change jar right now, could be worth thousands of dollars today? That's right. A 1991 Lincoln penny, missing one tiny but crucial detail, has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world. No mint mark. No obvious sign that it's anything special. Yet this little coin, quietly minted over 3 decades ago, has become one of the most sought-after treasures in modern American numismatics. Picture this: a man cleaning out his late father's garage in the Midwest, sifting through dusty boxes of old coins his dad had collected, just for fun. Among hundreds of ordinary pennies, one small copper coin caught his attention. The date read 1991, but there was no mint mark under the year. Intrigued, he decided to have it checked, thinking it might just be a simple misprint. But what the appraiser told him left him speechless. That ordinary penny turned out to be a genuine 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a rare variant that collectors have been hunting for years. Overnight, that one coin became a story of legacy, luck, and hidden value. So, what makes this 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny so special? Normally, pennies struck at the Philadelphia Mint carry no mint mark, but in 1991, only certain production batches had subtle die variations, making the genuine no mint mark version incredibly scarce. The unique combination of sharp strike, strong details, and its limited production has turned it into a collector's dream. Some pristine examples, especially those with a proof-like finish and verified by professional grading services, have sold for impressive amounts in private auctions. Collectors today are paying thousands for high-grade versions, and demand keeps rising as fewer perfect specimens are found. Many people have handled this coin without realizing what they had. Some spent it at a gas station, others tossed it into a change jar, and a few even gave them away to their kids for school lunches, completely unaware of the small fortune they were letting slip through their fingers. It's the kind of story that makes every collector's heart ache, but also reminds us that history often hides in plain sight. When you're checking your old pennies, focus closely on the year 1991. If your coin shows the Lincoln portrait with crisp detail, the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," are sharp, and there is no mint mark beneath the date, you might just be holding something extraordinary. The color should appear bright copper red or slightly toned, depending on its age and storage. Flip it over, and the Monticello-style Lincoln memorial should be clear and defined, with no fading on the word United States of America or E pluribus unum. If you believe you found a rare 1991 no mint mark penny, don't just tuck it away, have it authenticated by experts. Services like PCGS or NGC can officially grade and verify your coin's authenticity and condition. A verified coin doesn't just hold value, it becomes a piece of American history with documented provenance and prestige. That jar of pennies sitting on your kitchen shelf, that old cigar box in the attic, they're not just loose change. They're tiny time capsules, holding moments from America's past, and maybe even your family's future. One coin can change your story forever. So before you spend another penny, take a closer look. Because that one simple coin could be the start of something remarkable. And if you love discovering treasures like this, subscribe to Timeless Treasures, where history, value, and wonder come together. Your next great find might be just one coin away. 1992 What if I told you that a simple 1992 Lincoln penny, the kind you might have dropped in a parking lot decades ago, could now be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, a single cent from your pocket change could hold more value today than an ounce of silver. This isn't just another coin story, this is about a piece of American history that slipped quietly through our hands, and is now making collectors across the nation search their old jars and drawers in excitement. Picture this, it's the early 1990s. Gas was cheap, life felt simpler, and pennies still jingled in every pocket. In 1992, the U.S. Mint in Denver produced millions of Lincoln cents, nothing unusual at first glance. But hidden among them, a tiny handful carried something different, something special. A subtle design change, one that wasn't meant to be released that year, made a few of these coins true American treasures. Years later, a collector in Illinois, sorting through his old change, spotted the difference under a magnifying glass. What he discovered was a rare 1992 D. Close AM Lincoln penny, a coin that shouldn't have existed, and when he sold it, the price tag was jaw-dropping. Here's what makes it so incredible. In 1992, the U.S. Mint accidentally used a reverse die intended for the following year, 1993. On this rare variety, the letters A and M in America on the reverse are very close together, almost touching. This is known as the close AM variety. Most 1992 pennies have a wide gap between those letters, but if you find one from Denver, with that tiny D mint mark, and the AM close together, you're holding a modern rarity that serious collectors crave. Some of these coins have sold for more than $20,000, and values continue to rise as fewer are discovered in the wild. Many people have spent this rare penny without ever knowing its worth. Think about it, how many of us have tossed pennies into a jar, into a tip jar, or even into the fountain at the mall? Some of those coins could have been worth thousands. Imagine giving away a fortune without realizing it. That's what makes stories like these both exciting and a little heartbreaking, because every day, history is being spent away in spare change. When you pick up a 1992 penny, look closely at the back of the coin, where it says, United States of America. If the A and M in America are nearly touching, and there's a tiny D just below the date, you may be holding the legendary 1992 D close AM penny. The difference is small, but the reward could be life-changing. Many collectors and dealers are actively hunting for this coin right now, and demand is soaring. If you think you found one, don't second-guess it. Have it professionally authenticated by experts at PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm its variety and grade, giving you a certified piece of numismatic history, one that could easily sell for thousands in today's market. So before you spend your next penny, take one last look. That little coin could be more than copper and zinc, it could be your hidden piece of American heritage. Check those old jars, coffee tins, and dresser drawers. Because the treasure you've been dreaming of might already be in your home, waiting for you to notice. And if you love stories like this, real coins, real history, real value, make sure to subscribe to Timeless Treasures, where we help you discover the hidden wealth of America's past, one coin at a time. 1994. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, a plain-looking Lincoln penny from 1994, could be worth thousands of dollars today, simply because it doesn't have a tiny mint mark beneath the date? Imagine holding what looks like just another coin from your pocket change, but it's actually one of the most sought-after modern minting mistakes in U.S. history. It all began like any other day in 1994. Millions of Lincoln pennies rolled off the presses in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, ordinary coins made for ordinary people. But somewhere along the line, a small batch slipped through without one crucial detail, the mint mark. Collectors didn't notice right away. In fact, most people spent these coins on coffee, gum, maybe even tucked them away in an old jar for later. Years passed, and then, one sharp-eyed collector noticed something strange. A flawless, bright red penny from 1994 with no mint mark at all. Experts soon confirmed it wasn't a worn-off mark, it had never been stamped. A genuine, no mint mark, 1994 Lincoln penny, and only a handful are known to exist. So what makes it so valuable? Normally, coins struck in Philadelphia after 1980 have no mint mark, but the 1994, no mint mark variety stands out because it shows subtle die characteristics that differ from standard Philadelphia issues. It's a unique error, a misstep in the minting process that created a limited, mysterious batch. Each verified coin has sold for jaw-dropping prices at auction, sometimes reaching into the thousands depending on its condition. For collectors, it's not just about money, it's about finding a hidden chapter in the story of American currency. Over the years, countless people have handled one without even realizing it. Imagine the heartbreak of someone spending that very penny at a gas station or dropping it into a donation jar. These little slips, moments of unawareness, have cost people small fortunes. But that's what makes today so exciting, you still have a chance to check. Every day, new discoveries are made by folks just like you, retirees, grandparents, collectors who one day decide to open that dusty old jar in the attic. When you hold a 1994 Lincoln penny, take a close look just below the date. Normally, you'd see a small D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. But if that space is perfectly clean, no letter, no trace, and the coin looks crisp and evenly struck, you could be holding something extraordinary. Flip it over, too. The Monticello design on the back should be clear, with strong lines on the steps and columns, the hallmark of an early die strike before wear set in. These details are what experts look for when identifying the true 1994 no-mint mark treasure. If you think you found one, don't guess, verify. Have it checked by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm its authenticity, grade its condition, and officially certify its value. That little plastic slab with your coin sealed inside could be your golden ticket, proof that your penny is not just pocket change, but a piece of American history. So tonight, when you sit down and open that old jar of coins you've been meaning to sort through, take a second look. That simple 1994 penny, sitting quietly among the rest, might just hold a story worth thousands, or even more. It's not just about the value, it's about the thrill of discovery, the connection to the past, and the chance to hold history in your hand. Your next treasure could be waiting right under your nose. Subscribe to Timeless Treasures, because together, we're uncovering the history that still jingles in your pocket. 1995 D. What if I told you a simple 1995 D penny, the same kind you might have handed over for a stick of gum, could be worth thousands today? Yes, that unassuming Lincoln penny tucked away in a drawer or an old coffee can could be a small piece of American history that collectors are now desperately searching for. It's one of those stories that makes you stop and think, how many treasures have we all let slip through our fingers without ever realizing it? Back in 1995, the Denver Mint was producing millions of Lincoln pennies, just like it had done for decades. But somewhere in that sea of copper-plated coins, a small batch came out unlike the rest. A subtle imperfection, a delicate minting anomaly, turned what was meant to be an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. Years later, a retired teacher in Colorado stumbled upon one while sorting through a jar of change her late husband had saved. When she took it to a coin shop, she learned that her 1995 D penny wasn't just a memory, it was a rarity, a hidden gem that collectors were willing to pay thousands for. That moment turned a simple hobby into a lifelong passion for her, and inspired countless others to start checking their own jars and drawers for this elusive piece. So, what makes the 1995 D Lincoln penny so valuable? It's all about precision, rarity, and a touch of mystery. Some of these coins feature a striking error, a doubling on Lincoln's profile or on the word Liberty, so faint that it's often missed by the untrained eye. The D mint mark, indicating Denver, is another key detail. Most coins from that year were struck cleanly, but a select few left the mint with distinctive imperfections that collectors today are fighting to own. Combine that with the strong demand for pristine, uncirculated examples, and you've got one of the most sought-after modern pennies in circulation. Imagine this: countless people spent these coins without a second thought. Some gave them as change, others rolled them up for the bank, never realizing they were handing away a small fortune. Every time I hear one of those stories, I can't help but think how many hidden treasures are still out there, sitting quietly in an old coin jar, waiting to be discovered. Don't let yours be one of them. When you pick up a 1995 penny, take a close look. The date should read 1995 with a bold D just below it. That's your first clue. Then, tilt the coin slightly under the light and look at Lincoln's face and the word Liberty. Any signs of doubling, even the faintest ghost image, could mean you're holding one of the rarest pieces of modern American currency. The shine, the sharpness of the details, and the clarity of the strike all play a part in its value. If you think you found one, don't guess, get it verified. Trusted grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm its authenticity and condition. Many collectors have turned to these experts and discovered their humble penny was worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. With professional certification, that small coin becomes a documented piece of numismatic history. So tonight, when you open that old change jar or empty your dresser drawer, take a moment to look closer. That little penny from 1995 might not just be a piece of metal, it could be a bridge to your past, a reminder of simpler days, and maybe even a door to a brighter future. Don't let history sit hidden in plain sight. Subscribe to Timeless Treasures, where every coin tells a story, and every story might just change your life. 1998. What if I told you that a single penny, one you might have tossed into a coffee can years ago, could now be worth thousands of dollars? That's right, the humble 1998 no-mint Mark Monticello Lincoln penny has taken the coin world by storm, turning ordinary pocket change into a collector's dream. Many people who once thought, "It's just a penny," are now realizing they might be sitting on a piece of American history that's growing in value every single year. Picture this: an older gentleman from Ohio was sorting through his late father's old coin collection, just a few rolls of pennies wrapped in yellowed paper from the 90s. As he opened one, he noticed something odd. A 1998 penny that looked slightly different, sharper, brighter, and missing the tiny mint mark under the date. Curious, he set it aside, thinking it was nothing special. But months later, after watching a news report about rare Lincoln cents, he sent it off for grading. When the results came back, he nearly dropped the letter. His little penny, struck without a mint mark, was a genuine mint error and valued at over $3,000. That's not a myth, it's the kind of discovery that keeps collectors searching, coin after coin. So what makes this coin so special? The 1998 no-mint Mark Monticello Lincoln penny is a fascinating error that occurred when the mint accidentally produced a small number of coins without the usual D or S mark. While the Philadelphia Mint traditionally issues coins without a mint mark, certain proof and special strike varieties were never intended to be released to the public. A few slipped through, and those rare survivors are now treasures for collectors. Their flawless strike, rich copper-red color, and subtle design details make them stand out instantly to trained eyes, and valuable beyond belief to those who recognize their rarity. Many people, sadly, have already let these coins slip through their fingers. They've been spent at grocery stores, dropped into vending machines, or handed to children for school lunches, never realizing that those tiny, overlooked coins were worth hundreds or even thousands. Imagine the regret of finding out years later that the penny you once gave away could have covered your mortgage payment or paid for your grandchild's college books. Every coin collector has a story like that, and those who took the time to look closely never forget their first great discovery. So, how do you know if you have one? The coin should show the 1998 date with absolutely no mint mark beneath it. The portrait of Lincoln should have a crisp, high-relief look, especially in the hair details and lettering. On the reverse, the Monticello design appears slightly sharper, with distinct lines along the building and clear steps at the base. These are the tiny signs that separate a common penny from a collector's prize. If you think you found one, don't clean it, don't polish it, just keep it safe and get it verified by a trusted coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. These experts can confirm authenticity and assign a grade that can dramatically affect its market value. Many collectors are willing to pay premium prices for certified examples, especially those in uncirculated or near-mint condition. Think about it: somewhere in your home, maybe tucked away in a drawer, a jar, or an old coffee tin, could be a coin that holds more than metal. It holds a story, a connection to history, and possibly, a small fortune. The 1998 no-mint Mark Monticello Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's proof that even the smallest pieces of our past can shine the brightest when rediscovered. So before you spend that penny, take a closer look. Because sometimes, the change in your pocket is more than spare, it's special. Subscribe to Timeless Treasures, where we help you uncover the history hiding right in your hands.